The Ice Climbing World Cup is stopping off at Champagny-en-Vanoise for the third time. There are 6 rounds held across the world, and this is the 5th of the year. There will be 94 athletes from 15 countries at this edition. Among those represented are the United States, Russia, Iran, South Korea, and a number of European countries, with the same climbers competing at each round. In some countries, like Russia, the climbers are now top athletes who train throughout the year, having pretty much turned professional. Hosting this high-level contest brings a lot of prestige.
The nice thing about ice climbing is, when you look at the Olympic sports, this is the only sport that goes up. And it's so spectacular. I mean, it's easy to understand also for the audience. It's just the fastest up, he's the winner, or she or he is the winner. And also the tension is in the sport, because you can fall, and it can happen any moment. So that's the exciting thing about it.
De l'autre côté, il faut vraiment aller essayer.
I've just finished setting a dry tooling route, where you climb on resin holds. This one is quite easy, so everyone can have a go. We now have a system that allows us to switch the holds almost as we please, like on a traditional climbing wall. We can set routes for every skill level, but obviously for the World Cup we're going to start from scratch. We'll remove all the holds and set up entirely new routes. That's me and 3 other international route setters. And we're setting 8 routes in total, including notes for the men's and women's qualifying, semi-finals and finals. So these will all be completely new. We freeze up the tower in different ways, depending on the route profile. For vertical or slightly less than vertical routes, we just spray water on. There are nozzles installed at the top of the ice tower, and as soon as it's cold enough, at least -4 or -5, we turn the water on. It's a bit more complicated for overhanging sections, because if you pour water onto them, it will just drip to the ground. So we've been using a system for the last 7 or 8 years that works really well now. Basically, we use a snow cannon, or snowmaker as they're called today. We suspend it from the ice tower's overhang and spray very wet snow onto the wall, which then turns to ice. Would you like to add anything? Yes, relax, it'll be fine. During this round, we'll hold 2 types of contest, the lead category, which is based on difficulty, and the speed category. In the lead discipline, the climbers only use the holds in their feet, and they have to keep within the red lines. They've got 6 minutes to climb as high as possible, and the higher they go, the harder it is. If all the competitors reach the top, they are ranked according to their time. In the speed discipline, we have 2 walls of ice and the climbers use ice axes. It's slightly different to the lead contest because the aim is to get to the top as quickly as possible. Here they use their hands and feet, and it's a very fast-moving sport. The best climbers do it in around 8 seconds and the back markers in 14 to 20 seconds. It's pretty spectacular.
Et surtout pour gagner 65 points au classement de la Coupe du Monde. Et regardez là la petite blonde, là c'est Ekaterina qui est en tête. Ekaterina qui va résister aux assauts de Julia. Julia qui revient vite. Oh, elle a planté, elle finit. On les dit comment Julia est célébrée vainqueur du classement général de la Coupe du Monde. Et là on peut avec le vainqueur de la Coupe du Monde. Oh là là, elle fait les erreurs, Ekaterina. C'est Nicolas qui va s'envoler. Ekaterina, winner of Champagny-en-Vanoise. Second victories for this girl this season. Et c'est la deuxième fois, les applaudit le public s'il vous plaît, deuxième victoire de la saison.
In semi-final I could climb for 8 seconds. It's almost man's time. It was just so awesome. I still can't believe in it, and so just step by step I just went to the final and I win.
La plus défoncée aussi, celle où le Pierre reste le plus accroché comme il a fait dans le tête devant Vaguine. Vaguine remonte, Vaguine fait pas d'erreur. Vaguine est royale, c'est... Et je dis rien. Voilà, je dis rien du tout, comme ça je prends pas de risque. Allez, faites la statistique. Voilà, est-ce que Kardashev va tenir face à Wolrd? Kardashev, vous l'envoyez, Kardashev, Big Boom, c'est Kardashev. Oh, Kardashev!
Today, the competition in the over 16s category was very strong. Anyone could have won. And I love Champagny-en-Vanoise. With its atmosphere and wonderful mountain scenery, I'll remember this gold medal for a long time. The ice tower is open for around 4 months during the winter, from December to March, but it obviously depends on the weather conditions. There are 2 major events, this World Cup round and the week before the famous Gorge de Rette. Détendez-vous, ça va bien se passer. Or in other words, relax, it'll be fine.
It's a truly mad event. You have to do it at least once in your life. It's hard to describe. It's a big party, but it also plunges you into the history of icefall climbing, because there were a few famous names at this year's event. Sam Boget, Manu Pellissier and Stéphane Husson, one of the Ice Tower's founders.
So the idea is simple. You simply climb up the tower with ice axes and crampons, and if you've never done it before, or you're a beginner, you can learn. We'll lend you the equipment, it's not a problem. Then there are loads of weird and wonderful contests. So we have racing on hay sleds, tandem snowshoeing, team climbing, biathlon, archery, lots of wacky events basically. So do the others make it easier? Not at all. But fortunately I was well milked this morning, so it's not too bad. My udders are a bit shriveled though. This year we had about 400 entrants. The thing about the Gorge de Rette is that you never know who will win a prize. One day the winner might be pulled out of a hat, and the next it'll go to the team with the best costumes. There are no formal rules. It depends how we feel at the time, but it always goes down really well. In the lead contest, there's a physical side, of course. It takes a lot of arm strength to cope with the overhangs. You definitely need a certain amount of power. But you also need to be very accurate with the axes, because the holds are really small. So it's a question of simultaneous strength and precision. Speed too, because victory often comes down to who is the quickest. So these are the 3 dimensions that come into play: strength, speed and precision.
Il est capable de faire 400 tractions tous les matins, 300 pompes sur un bras. Il reste du temps, il y a encore plus de 2 minutes, 2 minutes à passer. Allez. Et là, je vous fais une ovation de Champagny-en-Vanoise. Ça peut lâcher. Il y a quand même beaucoup d'inclinaisons.
Champagny is awesome because there were a lot of beautiful ice and good structure and kind of people. I like that. Super!
I'd always dreamed of winning an event on this tower, so I'm really happy today.
Qualifying for the semi-finals is such an achievement in itself. I was having fun really, the buzz grew and grew. When I was climbing I was just enjoying myself. And then I got to the final and I raised my game a little, it was amazing. This is a tower the whole world talks about. What makes it special is that there's lots of ice, so it's very similar to the natural terrain we usually climb on. And the reception here is always great. Champagny is one of the most beautiful villages in France. It has a real mountain atmosphere, and that's what we love, so it's great for us.